Well, we talked earlier this week about food security for people. Now let's talk about it for animals. Amy Gilbreth joins me. She's the president of PetSmart Charities. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us. Earlier this week we talked about the Taste of the NFL helping out children that are hungry in the U.S. Well, there's probably even more pets that could potentially go hungry than there are people.
Yes, we talk about food insecurity all the time. We've all seen the videos of overwhelmed food banks, but we don't often talk about the fact that half of U.S. households have a pet. So if you're a family that's struggling to put food on the table, you're probably also struggling to put food in your pet's bowl. And we all know those dedicated pet parents who would feed their pet before they feed themselves. And that's a choice we don't want anyone to have to make.
Exactly. So talk to me about this initiative. You got some big numbers behind this.
Yeah, $10 million committed to putting pet food into food banks in partnership with Feeding America. And to give you some more numbers, we just sent out our first wave of food. It's over 4 million pounds. It went to over 40 food banks in 23 states.
Wow, that's impressive. But again, probably just making a dent.
A drop in the bucket, because the estimates from Feeding America are that over 50 million Americans will struggle with food insecurity at some point this year, and their pets are there right alongside them.
Walk me through what we need to do, how we can help.
Well, if you've ever shopped at a PetSmart store and you've been asked at checkout to donate to support PetSmart charities and wondered, where does that money go? This is where it goes. So you can donate in the store, you can donate online at PetSmartCharities.org, and we take your donations, large or small, and we turn them into huge impact that goes back to communities all over the country to support keeping pets and people together, because we know how important the joy and companionship of a pet is, especially right now.
Mm-hmm. And this isn't just for pets and pet owners. These are for pets that don't have owners, right?
Well, this particular program with Feeding America is for owned pets that have families that are going to. We also have adoption programs. And so the pandemic is a great time to adopt a pet.
So tell me, it's something we've heard quite a bit on our show, but it always bears repeating, especially someone like yourself, the advantages of adopting a shelter pet versus going to, say, a breeder.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you are giving an animal a second chance. And most of the pets that end up in the shelter end up there because their human had some sort of a challenge or a struggle, not because of anything related to the pet. So if you adopt, you know that you're doing something good. You're getting all of this love and joy and companionship in your life while also doing a good deed, because shelters still need help. There's been a huge increase in interest in adoption, and there are still pets out there that need help.
And the matches are made, I don't want to say they're made in heaven, but they're actual matches made. You're not weirdly, wildly thinking you don't know what this dog is going to be like. The dog already has a personality, and I'm guessing it might even be a little bit easier because you can skip the puppy part, all that intense training that needs to be done.
Oh my goodness, you are speaking my language. I always advocate for adopting older pets. There are puppies and kittens in the shelters, but you don't really know their personality, and they are going to come home and climb your drapes and chew your shoes. It's just part of being a puppy or a kitten. So if you adopt a pet that's a little bit older, you can skip that stage, and you really know what their personality is from the beginning of bringing them into your household.
And we've done stories here on Wish where some of the shelters, the numbers are low, which is great, but the numbers have been record highs, but it's still not a decision to be made lightly, right? Even though it is a good time.
No, it is a long-term commitment. This pet becomes a member of your household, and you are going to have to provide them with the resources and support that you would to any other family member. That's food, that's litter, beds, that's making sure that their health care is accommodated. So it really is, it's a two-way street. They give love and joy, and our part of the bargain is to take care of them.
Any other tips for someone who's considering it now?
Be patient. Because demand is high and because shelters and rescues are struggling to adapt to COVID like the rest of us, it might take a little bit longer to adopt right now, but it's worth the wait.
Awesome. Where can we go to learn more?
PetSmartCharities.org is our website. You can find more information about this program. You can find options to donate, and you can find an adoptable pet search.
Fantastic. Appreciate your expertise and your passion. We'll put that link on IndyStyle.tv. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Mackenzie?
Ooh, Tom Alvarez joins us now on the aisle. Tom, it's wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you as well. Always brightens my day when I can talk to you.
Well, likewise, and we love that you always have fabulous news for us. And I know we have some performances for children and some actual in person. So let's dive right in.
I think I brought you a really good mixture of things. One is an in person, and there are a couple of virtuals. So it's still a mix as people try to figure out how to bring entertainment to folks who are at home mostly these days. Still, Vocal Ease is the title of a show at the Jazz Kitchen, which is a college on 54th Street. It's kind of iconic now. It's been around for a good number of years, but they recently reopened and they're COVID safe. And they're presenting some live singers, some of the most well-known singers in town: Brenda Williams, Wendy Reed, Shiri Assad, Yvonne Alou, and Sandy Lomax. I hope I got those pronunciations right. And they're going to be singing with an incredible backing band. So that's at the Jazz Kitchen. They also have wonderful, wonderful food.
Oh, they certainly do.
Yeah,
we're elated that they're opening back up, and we'll get some live voices, some live bodies in there.
Well, people are still hesitant about going out and being in places, but Jazz Kitchen has gone to great efforts and expense to ensure that people feel safe. So check it out, okay? And then this is one for kids. It's virtual, so that means that you are at home with your kids and giving them something to do. It's also education. It's educational. It's called Imagination Station, and it's an interactive presentation ideal for introducing the art of dance to our kids, their parents, and grandkids. It is a choreography done by Phoenix Rising Dance Company's artistic director, Justin David Sears Watson. So that sounds like a lot of fun for anybody who's not been exposed to dance.
Yes, and those kids, they need to get that energy out because they're all bundled, especially if they're doing virtual learning at home. I mean, my daughter, she's going to school.
You're
but sometimes
absolutely
she just
right.
says,
So again, people are finding creative ways to bring entertainment and education right into your living rooms. And then lastly, we talked about this before we went on air, Tuesdays with Maury. There is a virtual performance that will be done on the stage of IRT, Indiana Repertory Theater. Like everybody else, they can't have live performances, but they always have the finest professional actors around, and this is no exception. So for those who don't know the book, Maury was Mitch's sociology professor, but also his mentor. All of these things that I mentioned, just go to the websites. All of this stuff is on Indy Style's website. So check that out. And as always, you can find articles that I've written on my blog at tomalvarez.studio. And love to have you, become regular readers.
That's the hot spot. You never disappoint. Tom Alvarez, thank you so much for joining us as always.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I love his bike. Gotta love Tom. Okay, 10:40 this Thursday morning. Time to check in now with Randy. Randy, it has been so gray. It has been so gloomy. I know it's January, but for a little bit, I got some sunshine out there today through my windows.
I tell you what, there's a lot of sunshine out there right now, Amber, but looks can be deceiving. In fact, it's cold out there too. It really, really is. Let's show you a live picture. This is a sunny morning in Carmel. A few clouds around. Temperature up there in Hamilton County at 21 degrees and not much snow on the ground there. Maybe a few little dustings here and there. Downtown, blue sky and sunshine. Temperature at the airport 22. A light northwest wind. Wind's not too strong at 6 miles an hour. Feels like temperature at 14 degrees. 22 here, 16 Terre Haute, 17 Greencastle, 14 Chicago. Factor in the wind and the wind chill numbers. It feels like 14 downtown, 4 Chicagoland area, 9 Washington, 15 Bloomington, Washington. You guys picked up about 4 inches of brand new snow during the day yesterday afternoon into last evening. Sunshine this afternoon, noon 24, but 2 o'clock 28, 4 o'clock temperature 32 degrees. So a cold day. Snow flurries. Eastern Indiana really starting to wind down right now. So again, this is going to get out of here in this afternoon. Look for some sunshine, and the cold weather will continue right on through the afternoon hours. Go ahead and check out our Futurecast model. Again, some lake effect cloud cover up north of us, but for the most part, clear skies. And that's going to pave the way for another cold night tonight. Temperatures by Friday morning heading down into the teens. Tomorrow looks good. Sunshine again. Highs heading back up to the 30s. Then by the weekend, here comes our big change. Saturday morning should be okay. However, Saturday afternoon, we'll stop it at 4 o'clock. There's a band of snow coming in. This may really come down pretty hard late Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then some rain will start to mix in over central Indiana, and it will change over to all rain down in the southern part of the state. As we head into Sunday, mixed precip will go back to snow showers across a good part of the area. There is a potential for maybe some heavy snowfall too. Right now, heaviest snow roughly from Indy northward and accumulating snow south of that. There'll be some accumulation here, but that will mix in with some rain and then not much of accumulation down into the southern part of the state. So Saturday, 36, afternoon snow to a mix on Sunday, mix going back to snow showers, temperature 37 degrees. Your Chapman Heating, Cooling, Plumbing 8-day forecast, pretty active. We'll keep bringing that chance of morning flurries on Monday, high 35. Tuesday, Wednesday, dry with highs in the upper 30s, and then back up to 45 with maybe some rain coming back in here by Thursday of next week. So pretty active here, especially during the upcoming weekend.
Yeah, certainly is. It's still nice, though, to see the snow's pretty out there, so I'll take
agree.
that.
Absolutely.
All right, Randy, thank you. Hey, coming up, entertainment insider Mackenzie Roth chats with the members of the band Levin coming up next.